Down there then. I'm down there now. Good morning, Libby. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Nice to have you here with us. Good morning, Amy. Nice of you to join us. I was very impressed with your English shout outs, by the way, and your contributions. Just a few more seconds and we'll start our maths lesson. Good morning, Isla. Good morning, Jay. Morning, Safi. Lovely to see you here with us. Good morning, Summer. I'm looking forward to your maths contributions. You amazed me. You were remarkable in English. Good morning, Lexi. Lovely to have you with us. I need to stop twisting in my chair. I need a chair that keeps me straight, I think. Right, so we'll start. I think it's 11:16. Good morning, Caris. Lovely of you to join us. So today we are going to divide whole and decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. And that is linking back to the learning that we did last week when we multiplied by 10, 100 and 1000. Now, I followed these two lessons on because there is a link between division and multiplication. And in maths, we call that the inverse. It means they're the opposite to each other. So, but the correct maths word for that is inverse. So inverse is a word that we need to be thinking about using. Good morning, Cole. Lovely to have you with us. So before we start, I just want to say to you all that I totally understand how difficult this live learning is. I did some training with AET on Friday afternoon about how to use all of these slides, and I have to say I feel a lot more confident about it, but I know I'm still learning. So I want to say a really, really big thank you to you all for joining us. It makes mine and Miss Francois' efforts really worth it. It really cheers us up. Good morning, Rihanna. And I just want to say a particular thank you to Amy Eggington. I have just received your gift. And to be honest, you made me quite tearful. It was a really, really lovely thought from you and your mum. So thank you very much for that. So back to our work today. So today's learning outcomes, we need to be able to identify place value. That means we need to know the value of every digit in a number. So wherever it falls in that number, we need to know whether it's a tens of thousands number, whether it's a unit, whether it's a tenth. Wherever it falls, we need to understand the value. We need to be able to read and write whole numbers and decimals. That means when I show you a number, you need to be able to read that number, whether it's in the millions, 100,000s, whether it is 0.56. Good morning, Harley. We need to know the rules for dividing by 10, 100 and 1000 to be able to accurately divide whole numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. So who thinks that they can send me in the answer to this question? If we know that when we multiply by 10, 100 and 1000, we move either one place, two place or three place value to the left, what direction do you think we are going to move if we are dividing? And dividing is the opposite of multiplication if it is the inverse. Let's see who's quick today in maths. So what direction do you think we will be moving our numbers across? Amy, well done. Fastest finger. Yes, we will be moving them to the right. So instead of the left, to the right. So thank you, Harley. Safi, when we divide, we move to the right. When we multiply, we move to the left. So, yes, Isla, well done. And Jay, yes, we're going to be moving to the right on our place value chart. So this is maths. And as you know, I like to start you off and get your maths brain switched on. So thank you, Livy, Summer, Cole. So to get your maths brain switched on, I've got another little maths teaser for you. I practice these at home quite a lot. And my partner gets them straight away, which makes it a bit hard, really. Because I think, oh, I always have to think really hard when they come across to me. But here we go. So during lockdown, I am not going shopping. I'm not buying shoes. If you're in my class, you know how I love my shoes. So I'm not buying shoes. So I have got a large money box and it's 30 centimeters wide and it's 15 centimeters high. Roughly, how many coins can I place in my empty money box? So I've got all this money I'm not spending on shoes. Oh, Demi Lee, fabulous to see you. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're okay. So yeah, so I'm saving all this money because when the shop's open, I am going to have to go and buy more shoes. So how many coins can I place in my empty money box? Good morning, Amy Lee. Lovely to hear from you. Oh, got your fastest finger, Rihanna. But it is a teaser, so it's not always as easy as we think it is. But I like you thinking you've used the numbers that are there in the problem quite sensibly. Chloe and Livy and Cole, I've got answers from you. I'm liking your mathematical working out here. Some of you are even multiplying by lot, lots of numbers here. So let's think then. The clue is in roughly how many coins can I place in my empty money box? So are you ready for this? I'm really sorry and you're going to cringe when I tell you this. It's one. And the answer is one because as soon as I put one coin in my money box, it's not empty anymore. Sorry, folks. But at least I get your maths brain switched on and we're here in maths now. So well done. Thank you all for having a go. And it is quite, I did mislead you by saying I wanted to save money to buy shoes. But yes, so it's one coin and then my money box isn't empty anymore. So I'm just adding coins to it. Right. So we're going to recap rules for dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. And today you need. Well done, Aman. Thank you for joining us. What you need to know. So some things that you will need to know today is how many years in a decade, how many years in a century, and how many years in a millennia. Now, if you link that to our learning, you might be able to work that out quite quickly. So who can tell me how many years in a decade, a century, and a millennia? Think about linking it, like I said, to our learning, because that's where the clue is. Oh, Cole, didn't you like my teaser? I thought it was quite funny. Oh, good going, Amy. Well done. You have got, is it Amy? You've got 2 out of the 3. So think about linking this to our learning. We're dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000. So how many years in a decade do you think, if I'm linking it to our learning? How many years in a century? I'm linking it back to that learning. And how many years in a millennia? Millennia is quite a tricky word. It actually isn't a million. Well done, Cole. You're my first correct answer. Excellent. Well done. Well done to Harley. 10 years in a decade. Demi, that's correct. A decade, Amy Lee. 10 is correct. So, yes, so we've got 10 years in a decade, 100 years in a century, and it is 1,000 years in a millennia. I know that's quite confusing, and I did actually go and have to check it out myself because I thought, is my maths correct? I haven't used that word for such a long time, so is my maths correct? So I went and checked it up, and millennia is equal to 1,000. Okay, so more of what we need to know. If you are dividing by 10, you move the digits one place value or one column to the right. If you are dividing by 100, you move the two digits, two place value, or two columns to the right. And by 1000, you move the digits three place value or columns to the right. Do not forget to include zeros to hold your place value. And as I said last week when we were learning about multiplication, it's the same method whether we are dividing whole or decimal numbers. And we can use 10, 100 and 1000 to remind us how many places we need to move. So 10, 1 0, one digit, 100, two zeros, two place values, and 1000, three zeros, so three place values. So that's what we need to remember. So what I'd like you to do is draw a place value chart in your book. And remember to give the decimal point a column of its own. That will always help you be able to read and understand your place value more accurately if you put that zero in a column of its own. So I'll give you a minute to draw that. Remember, it doesn't have to be accurate. It just has to be workable. Thank you, Lexi, for your correct answer. Summer, thank you. Livy, Jude, thank you for your previous answers. I'll just give you another minute just to roughly draw a place value chart in your book. It might be that you use it, it might be that you don't need to, but if we have it, then we can always use it for jottings. Jottings in maths are always such a really good idea. So hopefully we have all got our place value chart, okay? So we're going to work through some examples of dividing by 10, 100. And if you remember, last week I told you that numbers can be represented in not just digits in numerical form. We can represent numbers using counters, bars, base 10, numicon. There's lots of ways we can show a value of a number. So who can tell me what is the value of the number on my place value chart? See who's going to get our fastest finger. I'm waiting with bated breath. Who's it going to be? Lexi, well done. Fastest finger out there. Oh, Livy, think about where there are any counters in that number. Isla, Amy, well done. Declan, super. Jay, think about the other columns. Demi Lee, think about how many counters are here? Oh, some are just check. Look how many columns I've got after my thousands. Harris, think about what these counters are actually worth. We're in the tens of thousands column here and the thousands column here. Okay, think about how many columns are empty here. You're almost there. Almost there, Demi. But think about these columns here. So that will tell you a little bit more about my number. So we've got 3 tens of thousands. We've got 7,000s. Well done, Jay. We've got 7,000s, and I've got no counters in this column, which means I've got 0 there. So our digit, our number is 37,000. So if I divide this number, 37,000, by 10, my answer will be 370. Is that true or false? So today, I'm kicking you off with all the learning. I'm getting you to do the work today. So think about 37,000. If I am dividing by 10, how many places I need to move my digits to the right. So it's this way. Will my answer be 370? Am I correct, true or false? What, Jay? Well done. What do you think my answer should be then? So send me a true and false or and what you think my answer should be. Excellent, Amy, the correct answer. So you're right, Jay, you were right, but you just haven't told me what my number would be. And I'm sorry, I didn't probably make that clear enough. Okay, so if you're not sure, use that place value chart that I asked you to draw earlier on. Jot in that place value chart. See what happens to those digits. And of course, it's a 10. So 10 should tell you how many places we are moving. Well done, Cole. Well done, Isla. Lexi, well done. Chloe D, well done. Amy, well done. Isla, well done. So my answer, of course, is false, because if I move my counters across just one place, then my thousands would be here in the hundreds column, and my tens of thousands would be here in the thousands column, and I would have 2 zeros here because I had no tens, hundreds. So no hundreds to move. So I'd have no hundreds in my tens column either. So my answer would be 3,700. So well done to all the correct answers out there, smashing it this morning. Right, so what about, so now I've replaced my counters for digits. And I still have the same number, 37,000. So if I divide 37,000 by 100, my answer will be 3.7. Is this true or false? And when you give me your answer, can you tell me if it's true? Just put in 3.7. If it's false, or you think it's false, just for me, send me the number that you actually think that it should be. So think about, I'm dividing by 100. There's a clue here in the number of zeros to how many places I'm moving to the right. So is that true or false? Oh, Amy, you are hot on it today. False, and the correct answer is what you've put. So Cole's giving me the correct answer as well. Isla, well done. Jay, excellent. Summer, brilliant. Some remarkable maths going on this morning. Well done. Lexi, Cole, brilliant. Well done. Jude, super, super work. Okay. So what about if I divide this number by 1,000? Will my answer be 37? True or false? So think about the clue that I gave you earlier. 3 zeros. So how many places to the right are you going to be moving your digits? And have I actually managed to get an answer correct this morning, or is it still false and I need to practice more? Oh, Amy, well done. Again, fastest finger with the correct answer. I don't think you need me anymore. I think you can just all do this. Anyone else who's going to be second? Isla? Oh, Isla, just check that answer for me. Jay, super. Summer, you're on it. Well done. Safi, brilliant. Cole, great answer. Great maths. Lexi, so well done to all those correct answers. I was going to trick you and put in just another false because you'd think, oh, she couldn't be false 3 times. But I didn't. So well done. Some really, really great maths going on this morning. And I don't know what's happened to myself, but sitting in this chair obviously has the same effect on Miss Francois as it does on myself because I've got such a tickle in my throat. I'm desperately trying to stop myself from coughing. Oh, sorry about that. I might have to get some water in a moment. So going back to our learning at the beginning and how many decades. So how many decades are there? So that means how many tens. So I'm going to leave you to do this math. Okay, so how many decades are there in 3,750 years? So you're going to have to work out the calculation and give me the answer. So what is the calculation I need to do to answer this question? And what is the answer? I'll give you a few minutes to work that one out. Declan, you did it! You are fastest finger! I'm so pleased for you. Well done. I hope you've got a massive big smile on your face because I know how much you have wanted to be the first name called out. Well done. Jude, Cole, well done. Lexi, well done. I'll just check your units digit for me, please. Jay, well done. Oh, Harley, look at 3,750 years and decades. So what are you going back to thinking now about our learning? What are you dividing by? And what will your answer be? Summer, excellent, well done. Well done. I can imagine, Declan, you are sitting there with the biggest smile on your face, or maybe even jumping up and down. I don't know. But well done. So the calculation is 3,750 divided by 10. And so many of you are correct. The answer would be 375. Okay, so we've got a new name at the top of the leaderboard. And so let's see whether Declan can maintain that spot or whether we're going to get a new name at the top of the board. Okay, so how many decades are there in 90,230 years? So let's see who's going to get there. So we're looking at this number. We are dividing by the number of decades. So what is a decade worth? Going back to our previous learning. Oh, it's a bit, what a shame. Declan, you wanted to get there twice. And you did, well done. You have passed this today. Declan for the second time, closely followed by Safi, closely followed by Lexi, then Jay, then Summer, then Cole, then Harley. Oh, Libby, just watch these two digits here. They shouldn't change. They should be the same. Almost there, Aman. Well done, Isla. Well done, Amy. Chloe, think about how we're dividing by this. So really, this. Oh, sorry, Chloe. I thought that you've got a little mistake there. You've just put a gap between your digits, so it looks a completely different number, but you got it, you smashed it as well. Well done. Well done. So the answer, so many of you got it correct as well. There are 9,023. So what we did is we moved all our place values to the right. So we don't, zero would be in the units column, would then go over to the tenths and we wouldn't see it. So we'd be left with 9,023. So Declan is on the winning streak now. So I'm looking for, see if we can get anyone even faster, or maybe even Declan can be even faster. So let's have a look. So this time we're looking at centuries. And at the beginning, at the start of the lesson, we said that there are 100 years in a century. So that means that you will be dividing by 100. So are we ready? 65,500 years. How many centuries are there in 65,500 years? Don't know whether you just heard that, but my stomach just really grumbled. I'm sorry if you did. I think I skipped breakfast this morning. Declan, Jay, Amy Lee, well done. Declan, if you are jumping up and down, can you get someone to take a photograph of you? Because I can imagine that's what you're doing. And can you send it to Miss Francois so that I can have a look on Class Dojo? Because I'd love to see your face. Lexi, Cole, Isla, Harley, Summer, well done. Rihanna, just be careful that you don't miss out a digit. Oh, you smashed this morning. So I'm really impressed with your maths. So well done. So next one. How many centuries are there in 320,100 years? 320,100 years. Is it going to be Declan? I'm waiting to see. I'm going to beat you. We have, oh, Amy, you just picked Declan to the post there. Declan, you were like a millisecond after her. Okay, just go back and check that for me, please. Think about the digits that make up your number. Safi, Cole, excellent. Lexi, oh, Isla, just want to check that for me. Rihanna, you don't need that zero as placeholder on the end of your answer. Demi Lee, Summer, well done. Isla, that's it, well done. So, on to our next. So, I'm going to ask you how many millennia are there in a number of years? And, of course, Jude, well done. How many millennia are there? And this confused us earlier on, didn't it? Because of that mill beginning. So, we're dividing by 1,000 now, and think about the amount of zeros, and that will tell you how many places you actually need to move to the right. And don't forget, use that place value chart if you drew one in your book, and just jot quickly. It doesn't have to be neat because it's just you're working out for you, really. So 62,000 years. How many millennia are there in 62,000 years? I'm waiting to see. We've got a new fastest finger. Jay, well done. That is super. Excellent. Declan, you were closely behind, followed by Amy and Cole, Lexi, Safi, Isla. I'm so impressed with your maths work this morning, guys. You're really, really smashing this lesson, which means that we won't. Summer, well done, and Livy. When you get round to doing your doodle task, you'll be flying through it in no time at all. Well done, Chloe. And finally, how many millennia are there in 804,000 years? Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you the answer to the last question. The last question was 62 millennia. Declan, you've regained that lead. Jay, you were just a breath away. Wasim, well done for you. I've just got your answer for the previous lesson, so well done. The previous question, sorry. Amy, well done. Lexi, Livy, Chloe, Safi, well done. Isla, do you just want to check what might have happened to this digit in your answer, please? Demi, well done. Summer, Cole, nearly there, Aman. Just make sure you're using that place value chart. That will really, really help you. Well done, Sadia. Great effort, Callum. Just make sure that this zero here doesn't disappear in your answer. Okay, so well done. We are doing remarkably well this morning. So we're going to have a little look at a problem now. So we're going to have to think about finding out the key information in the problem that I'm going to set for you. So during lockdown, David has saved quite a lot of money. To cheer up his family and friends, he went online and bought 100 bouncy balls for them to play with. The total cost of this purchase was £640. How much did each ball cost him? So think about what's the important information there, what our learning is today, Blue, what our learning is today, and what you can do with this calculation. When you send me your answer, if you can put the calculation in there as well. I know it's difficult to do a division sign, so don't worry about that. Declan just want to check that for me. I'm going to, and Amy. Sorry. Declan and Amy, well done, sorry. Well done, Summer. So we are dividing 640 by 100. Well done, Isla and Wasim. Well done, Declan, for just sending me the question as well. Oh, Demi, be careful. Think about what our objective is today. We are dividing. Okay, so the final one. Okay, and then I'm going to send you off to give you some time to do your doodle task, which, to be honest, you've been working so remarkably this morning that I don't think your doodle task will actually take you that long. So a swimming pool attendant fills a swimming pool with 1,000 equal buckets of water. There is 4,520 litres in the pool. So how much water does he have to have in each bucket? So he's got to fill the pool. I wouldn't like his job, to be perfectly honest, with 1,000 buckets of water, equal buckets of water. But how much water will he have to have in each of his buckets if they are equal? Oh, be careful, Declan. I've got your answer, but you just might need to check it for me because you put it in millilitres and the question is in litres, so it just makes the answer slightly different. Oh, Summer, well done. Amy, I think in your eagerness to type, you might have put these two digits the other way around. I just think that's just you've typed quickly and just made that mistake. I make loads of mistakes when I'm trying to type quickly. Jay, well done. Isla, well done. Okay, so the answer to that question was we were moving free place value to the right. So the answer would need 4.52 and it should be litres. So we needed a decimal place in that 4.52 rather than millilitres, 452. Okay, so I'm so impressed with your maths this morning. Demi, well done. They would have 4.52 litres of water in each of his buckets. Okay, so you're to do. Okay, so I finished a bit early, so that leaves you approximately 20 minutes to go on to Doodle and complete your maths activity linked to this lesson. And I know you're going to smash it because you've smashed the lesson today. Then lunchtime, have a snack, sandwich, a nice drink to rehydrate yourself, and then complete your doodle activity on commas this afternoon. Okay, so and remember, that if you are on a tablet, there are two Doodle apps, one for English, one for maths. You have to make sure that you're on the right one for the activity. And if you are on a Chromebook from school, it's got a touch screen, so it scrolls up and down. And sometimes you need to scroll through to get to the bottom so that you can submit your answer. So brilliant learning today, guys. Really, really impressive. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Keep yourself safe, keep working hard, and I love this time with you. So thanks for joining me, and bye.